Dear students, in this video we will do the proof of section formula for Cartesian plane. To do this proof, first of all let us draw Cartesian plane. Suppose it is x-axis, y-axis, origin is here, and let us consider that there is a line segment AB. The coordinates of point A are x1, y1 and coordinates of point B are x2, y2. Let us also consider that there is a point P on this line segment and the coordinates of P are xy. And also this point P divides the line segment AB in M1 ratio M2. So what is the section formula? Section formula is that xy is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 and comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. All of us know that this is section formula, but in this video we will do the proof of it. So let us start. First of all, I will do some constructions. From point A, draw perpendicular to the x-axis. From point P also, draw the perpendicular. And from point B also, draw a perpendicular to the x-axis. Let the name of these points are C, D and E. Also, draw a perpendicular from A to this PD, and in the same way draw a perpendicular from P to this BE. So this is perpendicular, it means this angle is 90, this angle is also 90. This ratio was M2 and this ratio is M1. Suppose the name of this point is F and the name of this point is G. Now students, can we prove that this triangle is similar to this triangle? Can we prove that? Yes, it's very easy. First of all, we will prove that this triangle is similar to this triangle. So how will you prove? In triangle AFP and triangle PGB, let us consider this triangle and this triangle. Angle AFP is equal to angle PGB, each 90 degree. This angle is 90 and this angle is 90. Also, this angle, what is the name of this angle? Angle PAF. And what is the name of this angle? BPG. BPG. These two angles are equal by corresponding angles axiom. Now all of us know that if in two triangles, two angles are equal, then the two triangles becomes similar. So this implies that triangle AFP is similar to triangle PGB. So we have proved that this triangle is similar to this triangle. Now there is a very important theorem regarding similar triangles. What is that theorem? Thales theorem. Now I will apply Thales theorem. And what does Thales theorem say? Thales theorem say that if two triangles are similar, then the ratio of corresponding sides are equal. It means AF upon PG is equal to PF upon BG and is equal to AP upon PB. So what I did here, I have kept the corresponding sides of two triangles in same proportion. Now let us put their values. What is the value of AF? You see the figure. This is AF and by construction I can say that AF is equal to CD. Now question is that what is the value of CD? To explain that, let us see. The coordinates of this point P are xy. It means this distance will be x and this whole height from here to here, it will be y. Similarly, the coordinates of these points are x1, y1. It means this distance is x1 and this is y1. From O to D it is x and from O to C it is x1. So from x subtract x1. So this part will come x minus x1. From C to D the distance is coming x minus x1. And since it is x minus x1, that's why AF will be x minus x1. Now let us come to PG. PG is this, and PG will be equal to DE. PG will be equal to DE. And how to find out DE? The coordinates of these points are x2, y2. So this total distance will be x2 and this total height will be y2. So from x2, if I subtract x, then this part will left x2 minus x. From O to E it is x2 and from O to D it is x. So x2 minus x will give us the value of DE. So value of DE is x2 minus x, and that's why the value of PG is also x2 minus x. Next, PF. Where is PF? PF is here. This total height is y and this height is y1. So this much part will left y minus y1. And next is BG. BG is this much. This total height is y2 and this is y. So from y2 subtract y, BG will left y2 minus y. Now AP upon BP. So actually AP upon BP is the ratio of this part and this part. So in place of AP upon BP you can simply write M1 upon M2. Here in this step we have obtained three sides: first side, second side and third side. Now I will solve the three sides in two parts. First of all I will take first side with the third side. So taking x minus x1 upon x2 minus x is equal to M1 upon M2. Let us do cross multiplication. So M2x minus M2x1 cross multiplication, and do the cross multiplication here. M1x2 minus M1x. Now simply transfer the negative terms. It means send this term to RHS and send this term to LHS. So M2x plus M1x is equal to M1x2 and plus M2x1. From these two terms take x common. So M1 plus M2 is equal to M1x2 plus M2x1. This implies that x is equal to M1x2 plus M2x1 upon M1 plus M2. So I have obtained the value of x. Now in the same way I will obtain the value of y. But to obtain the value of y, what will I will do? Now I will take second side and third side. Let me erase this. Taking second side, which is y minus y1 upon y2 minus y, and third side m1 upon m2. In the same way, do cross multiplication. So y m2 minus m2 y1 m1 y2 minus m1 y. After that, transfer the negative terms, y m2 as it is, and take this term to the left side. So m1 y is equal to m1 y2 as it is, and transfer this term to RHS. So m2 y1 y common, so m1 plus m2 is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1, implies that y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. So in this way I have obtained the value of x also and y also. At last, so coordinates of dividing point P is equal to xy. Actually, the coordinates of the dividing point were xy, and the value of x was m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, and value of y was this m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. So we have obtained the section formula. I hope you have understood it. Thank you.